Hey everyone, this video is going to go over the homework assignments for the Week 5 module. So underneath this tab you'll see a few items listed. The first item is to read Chapter 6. Once again, more of a review, not necessarily reading too closely. Don't spend a ton of time looking through the chapter. Everything that's in Chapter 6 has been covered in the material in the Week 5 module. So just go through the chapter and just kind of skim what's there, and it'll help reinforce what was covered in the lessons this week. And then the second item that you'll see is Week 5 Assignment 1, Practice with Rhetorical Analysis. So you will be completing this one in a Word document and then attaching it and submitting it in the assignment area. And for this assignment, you're going to need to read two things. So you'll see number 1, read Chief Seattle's speech on the land on pages 92 to 94 of the textbook and answer the following questions. So once you read Chief Seattle's speech, I want you to tell me what is Seattle's claim and what is his main line of reasoning. In other words, what premises build up to his main claim? How does he get us to his main claim? And that's all you have to do for Chief Seattle's speech. Once you have read that and answered those two questions, you're going to want to then read Andrew Buckner's analysis of Chief Seattle's speech. The analysis is on pages 95 to 96 in the textbook. So immediately following Chief Seattle's speech, you get the analysis of it. Once you've read the analysis, answer these two questions. What does Buckner identify as Seattle's line of reasoning? So I asked you to identify it up in the first one. How does Buckner identify it? And then beyond the strategies that Buckner points out, what other important rhetorical strategies does Seattle use? What else do you notice in addition to what Buckner identifies in his analysis? And that's it. That's all you have to do. If you have any questions about it, if you're having any difficulty, let me know. The second item for homework this week is Week 5 Assignment 2, Rhetorical Analysis of Ads. You will also be doing this one in a Word document and attaching it and submitting it to the assignment. So for this assignment, I have given you some images to choose from. And you are going to choose 3 of them. I think there are 6 to choose from. Let's look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, there are 6 images to choose from. You will choose 3. Once you have decided which 3 you want to work with, you will answer 6 questions for each image. So for the first image you pick, answer the 6 questions. What is the main claim of the ad? And it's likely related to whatever is being, advertised, or the product or the service or the issue that's being presented. So what is the main claim? How does the ad support its claim? What common values does the ad appeal to? What common assumptions does the ad rely on? Is there a subtle line of reasoning, and what premises would the audience have to accept before accepting the main claim? So you're going to answer those questions for each of the 3 images you choose. Just do your best, okay? If you have any questions about it, let me know. And then, of course, the final item for homework this week is the Week 5 discussion. So we are continuing to analyze or to discuss certain things in the discussions. And so far, we've been looking at images, at posters or ads. This week, we're going to go a little different. And just like you read Chief Seattle's speech for Week 5 Assignment 1, for Week 5 discussion, you're also going to be discussing a written text. And in this case, it's the Declaration of Independence. So I've provided a copied and pasted version of it, as well as a link if you would prefer to go to the website and read the Declaration. It's not as long as you probably think it is. But answer the normal 7 questions. What is the issue being presented in the argument? How would you state the claim that's being communicated? And since this one is a text, it might actually be there already. There might be a thesis statement in the beginning. Who do you think is the intended audience? Be real careful about how you answer this. It's going to be real easy to assume who you think the audience is, but think really carefully about why they were writing the declaration. Who is the intended audience? Do you detect any assumptions in the argument? What reasons or evidence are given? Are we dealing with ethos, pathos, logos, a combination of them? Point out all the different types of support that you see. What makes the argument interesting and or effective? And do you have any additional comments or questions about the argument? I really hope you guys look at the declaration closely and see it as a real testament of argument. And see, now that you've learned more about argument and persuasion and making a claim and supporting it with different types of proofs, and how values and assumptions factor in, that you can read the declaration now and see just how much of an argument it is. There will be a follow-up video, of course, in the week 6 module, so you'll get some extra information about it, my thoughts on it, to kind of round things out, but I'm so excited to see what you guys think of the Declaration of Independence as an argument. If you have any technical difficulties with the discussion, please get in touch with me right away so I can help you work through them before the discussion closes. Remember to post your first response by Thursday night at 11:59 and respond to 2 classmates by Sunday at 11:59. The discussion does close Sunday at 11:59 and I'm unable to reopen it, so please make sure you get in there and get all this done before the window closes. If you have any questions about this week's homework at all, make sure you go back through the material presented in the week 5 module first, and then if you're still confused or still need some additional help, please let me know and I'll do what I can to get you where you need to be.